Hello guys, welcome back in my Let's Platinum Dragon Age Origins. Yeah, we just got the Kunari freed, we finished some quests in the Chantry, we finished the Poison quest, and now we're gonna finish the rest of the Chantry quest. And
you wish something more
yeah,
of me.
move on. I have the key to open your cage.
I confess, I did not think the priestess would part with it.
She agreed to release you into my custody.
So be it. Set me free and I will follow you against the Blight.
How can you help us exactly?
I have spent my life in the Vanguard. I know war, and your lands need all the help they can get.
Very well, I'll let you out.
And so it is done. I will follow you into battle. In doing so, I shall find my atonement.
And what if I don't lead you to your atonement?
Then I will find it myself. May we proceed? I am eager to be elsewhere.
No, for now I'm gonna keep my group as it is. Okay, so let me just quickly see. Lottering. Bandits run after. Those are completed. Okay, Chantry board. What's that? So I guess it's only the bears quest that we need to finish. Yeah. Let's do that.
Bad breath alert.
Oh, wolves.
And I'm out. Right.
Alright, now swap.
Another point for me. Begin the onslaught.
Oh, God, that's stunning. Yeah. Oh, Jesus, so many. Nice ice there. Hold it up. I'm dying. Now it's fine. Lovely. Okay. Damn, I thought we were gonna get a lot of pelts out of it to sell. I guess not. Okay, let's level up Alista. Okay, I want him to have this awesome crossbow to use if I need to, but as well I want him to have more health. Yeah. Okay, I'm still gonna go here and get him skills for weapon and shield. Shield wall, what's that? In this mode the character's shield becomes nearly a fortress. Yeah, that's what it is. I don't really need him to do much damage, it's just to tank. That's great, okay, that's great. Where are the... it's here. Okay, let's update it. What was that? I don't remember. Okay. Go back. No. Did we pull anything? Now we pull. Don't go there, don't go there. Now we fight. Do we pull only one? No. Of course not.
Going. And I'm up. Yes.
Jesus. But it didn't do that much damage. Oh, relax. Was that it? Quest updated. Guess that's it. Guess that was all. Just 3 bears. Yeah, so I guess the lottering will be finished. I'm gonna go to Circle of Magi. I think I said it before, but I really want the healer to join us as fast as possible. I think that will help me here with the nightmare difficulty.
So, let me get this
So,
straight.
yeah.
You were a cloistered sister?
The other
You
thing
must
is
have been
as
a
well
brother
that
before you became a Templar.
Let him take notice and shine upon thee, for thou hast done his work this day. And the stars stood still, the winds did quiet, and all animals of earth and air held their breath. All was silent in prayer and thanks.
nice. And a level up. Lovely. What I was saying, yeah, and there'll be kinda like a quest there as well to get some, I don't want to call it free, but just attributes, a lot of attributes to like strength, dexterity, willpower, magic, cunning, constitution, all of them. So yeah, it's definitely worth going there as a first location, from my point of view at least. Okay, so we can pick up specialization, but we don't know any yet, so my first thing will be to get approval of Liliana to teach me the bard specialization. Should I give more points to dexterity? I need cunning as well. Alright, let's get 30 dex. Yes. You know, so we have it out of our way. Okay, those are level 8. Level 7. Level 9. That's the thing. I should pick up the Song of Valor at level 7. That's a bard skill. But I don't think she can teach me, like her approval is not high enough. What to do? Should I leave this level up? Or maybe I'll take the dual striking. I need to take those anyway. Yeah, that's what I do. I'll just next level I'm gonna get the bard specialization. Okay, so what's that? That's sustained. Dual striking. In this mode the character strikes with both weapons. That's awesome. Okay. The only thing is, so if I will turn on okay, where are the sustained ones? Yeah, here. So if I will turn this on, how much?
Oh, this reminds me of that
Yeah, that
time.
leaves me with no stamina for any skill. Well, let's see how it works. Just one quick thing. Okay, so we have nothing loading, so okay, so basically we finish this down and we can move on. So as I said, we're gonna go to the camp now, and I was saying before that you should keep all the money you can, because it will be possible to buy a talent book from the merchant in the camp, and he will restock. And the trouble is, if you don't have money and you will not buy it, you can only get one. But if you will buy it the first time you visit the camp, then yeah, he will restock it and you can buy it again. That's useful. That's you know, another skill or talent. I don't remember if it's skill or talent that you get, but yeah, quest completed. Wonder what quest. Gallery pie, yes. So that's what you need to do, and that book is really expensive, so that's why we're gathering all the money we can.
Bad dreams, huh?
It seemed so real.
Well, it is real, sort of. You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them. The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a blight.
The Archdemon, is that the dragon?
I don't know if it's really a dragon, but it sure looks like one. But yes, that's the Archdemon. It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the Archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me too.
Any other surprises I should know about?
Other than dying young and the whole defeat the Blight alone thing, no. I'm all tapped out for surprises. Anyhow, you're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
Okay, so... Okay, what I'm going to do now, I think, is... Let me just save. You know, just in case I messed up something. Because I want to talk with my companions as well, maybe by a conversation I can get their approval. Because I definitely want Liliana approval to get the bard specialization, as I said before. I'd like to talk.
Well, here I am.
You were traveling minstrel. Do you have talents to share?
Of course I do. I love stories far too much to keep them to myself. Everyone should be able to benefit from them, I think.
Tell me about Darkspawn.
Chantry lore says it is man's pride that created the Darkspawn. In ages past, the mages of the Tevinder Imperium ruled much of the world we know. In their pride, they thought their magics invincible and imagined that they were greater than the Maker himself. So thinking, they invaded his golden city, planning to take it for themselves and depose their own creator. But they were impure and full of sin. And it is with the sin that they tainted the golden city, corrupting it forever. The Maker cursed them and cast them from his sight. Wherever they went, they spread the taint of their sin. Any land that was touched by the taint became blighted and would suffer no life. Instead, the Darkspawn arose to torment us and remind us of our hubris.
Know any stories from Orlais?
Of course, Orlesians enjoy telling stories. I shall tell you my favorite tale of Aveline, the Knight of Orlais.
Go ahead.
A long time ago, a girl child was born to a farmer. He had hoped for a son, not a daughter, and so he told his wife to abandon the child in the woods. Before the cold could claim her, the baby was found by a tribe of Dalish elves who took pity on the poor mewling thing and raised her as their own. Aveline, for that is what they called her, grew strong and quick and clever under the guidance of the elves. She learned to wield the sword as well as any man, could kill a deer with an arrow at 100 paces, and was as graceful on the back of a horse as she was on foot.
Continue, please.
Aveline's Dalish guardians saw that she could easily best any Orlesian chevalier in battle, and wanted to show the cruel humans the child they had left to die. They bestowed upon her a fine horse and armor, and sent her to prove herself to her people in the grand tourney. Now in those days, no woman was allowed to take up arms, let alone compete in the grand tourney, but Aveline kept her helmet on and was not discovered.
Go on.
Aveline won many events and gained the approval of the adoring crowd. Eventually, she came face to face with the knight Kaleva in the grand melee. Aveline had already bested him in the jousts, and Kaleva was determined not to lose a second time. Out of desperation to regain his honor, Kaleva tripped Aveline and tossed her to the ground, ripping off her helmet as he did so. Silence fell upon the arena as Aveline was revealed. Kaleva declared the previous competitions invalid. A woman had taken part, and this was not allowed. But the crowd cheered for Aveline. Kaleva was furious, for he had lost to a woman and was now being shamed. Blinded by his rage, he forced Aveline to her knees. "Know your place, woman," cried he, and slit her throat.
I was hoping for happy ending.
The son of the king, Prince Freyan, was present. He recognized Aveline's skill and bravery and began to see the injustice done to the women in his land. When he was made king, he rewrote the laws of Orlais so that women could also become chevalier. He honored Aveline and knighted her after her death. And to this day, any female who is knighted reveres Aveline the Brave, for she is the patron of all women chevalier.
There was another story I wanted to hear.
Which one?
What do you know about Andraste?
Andraste was the Maker's chosen. The Maker had long since abandoned the world when the sound of her singing turned his ear. Beauty, grace, and wisdom enraptured him, and he offered to take her from this flawed world to become his divine bride. But Andraste had an earthly husband and would not forsake him. Instead, she beseeched the Maker to return to his people once more.
I'm so tempted to skip this
earnest was
dialogue.
her plea that the Maker was moved, and promised that he would create a paradise on earth if all abandoned their false gods and turned once more to him. And this is why Andraste began her exalted march on the idolaters of the Tevinter Imperium. The Maker granted her his powers with which to smite her enemies. Andraste brought the Imperium to its knees, and her victories converted many to the worship of the Maker.
How did Andraste die?
Alas, it was the frailties of men that betrayed and killed Andraste. Her earthly husband, Maferath, a chieftain of the Alamari tribes himself, grew jealous as his wife's popularity and influence overshadowed his own. She was also revered as the Maker's betrothed, and Maferath began to see their own bond waning in significance as Andraste became ever more devoted to the Maker. Out of envy and spite, Maferath made a pact with the Archon Hysarian of Tevinter, allowing his beloved Andraste to be ambushed and captured. Andraste was burned at the stake in Minrathous, the capital of Tevinter.
But Tevinter has a chantry, does it?
The Tevinter chantry claims that in Andraste's last moments, Hysarian's heart softened, and he heard the voice of the Maker telling him to end her suffering. He plunged his sword into her heart, and as her blood washed over his hands, he became one of the faithful. Dissenters said that the Archon only converted because he could not stem the tide of Andraste's cult, and was forced to do so to stay in power. We will never know for sure.
Let's just move on. I got some approval, that's good. I thought it will not give
Yes?
me any approval. I'd like to think.
Well, here I am.
What was life like in the chantry cloister?
Quiet. It was a life suited for
I think we had
contemplation
that
in the cloister,
conversation,
but it was
so
not
I'm gonna
perfect.
skip.
Some of my chantry fellows were condescending. That is the nature of religious folk, I suppose. When I talk, they want... He cannot possibly have love for all, the sick and the weary, the beggars and the fools. Thank you. Maybe I am... But they...
You got some more approval, but that's still...
Yes?
I think one opened, didn't even know, to be honest,
Well, here
how
I
to
am.
open the Liliana. I think I need more approval, so let's just have a look at the gifts I have. Where are they? Here. Okay. Small card statue. Okay, I'm gonna use my thingy. That's for Alistar. Okay. Golden rope necklace. B, C, G. Golden rope necklace. That's for Morrigan. Bronze symbol of Andraste. That's probably for Alistar as well. No, that's for Liliana. Okay. Bronze symbol of Andraste. Gift for Liliana. Just X.
That's a wonderful
And
thought.
approval. Lovely.
Yes? Well, here I am.
No, nothing yet. Let me just give everything I have to her and we try from there. And I think I'm gonna give all those that there are some that you can give to anyone. That's for Ale is definitely not for her. Yeah. Silver bracelet. That's for no. You can give that to anyone, so I'm gonna give that to her as well.
Oh, how dear of you.
And,
Thank you
shiny
so
gold
much.
ring. Yeah, that's can be given to anyone.
Why, thank you so much.
Tribal necklace. As well.
Why, thank you so much.
Okay, that's all the gifts I had. I could give for her. Did that give me that? Yeah, new minor. Okay, so as you can see, she got a skill. Let me just try to search it. Is it shown here? Okay. Comments? No. It's gonna be showing up here. No. But where I can find the... Oh, doesn't matter. But you see, she got a skill. It's like a passive skill. For if you get a higher approval, and you getting skills. That's what I was saying before. Okay, so let's see now.
Have I ever told you I really like the way you wear your hair?
My hair? Thank you.
It's very nice, and it suits you. Simple. Not like the elaborate hairstyles we wore in Orlais. They involved flowers, ribbons, jewels. 1 year, feathers were all the rage, and Lady Elise decided she needed to outdo everyone else, and actually wore live songbirds in her voluminous hair. The chirping was quite charming for a while, but you must realize, terrified little birdies often have loose vowels.
Dear maker.
Yes, you can imagine what she looked like by the end of the evening. But I was trying to say something nice to you, wasn't I? Oh, forgive me. My mind wanders so. It's just that I feel so comfortable talking to you. Like I could say anything and you wouldn't judge me.
And I actually do like the way you ramble.
You see? This is what I mean. You're such a pleasure to talk to. I haven't felt this close to anyone in a long time. I really enjoy your company.
And do you often enjoy the company of other women?
And what would you do if I said I do? Very much so, in fact.
I'm flattered that you like my company then.
There's no one else I'd rather spend time with. Come then, let's get going. If I recall correctly, you have some important earth-shattering business to attend to.
No, I actually want to learn your
Yes?
skills.
Something you need? Yes? What's on your mind?
I heard that in Orlais, minstrels are often spies.
Where did you hear this?
Somebody told me this a long time ago.
And you believe everything you hear? Not all minstrels are spies. Most are just singers and storytellers. But some of them are what we call bards.
What's the difference?
Many use the two words minstrel and bard interchangeably, but to do so in Orlais would cause misunderstanding. Bards are minstrels and more. Spies, as you say. Some say there is a bard order, but I don't think this is true. Many bards work alone or in small groups, doing the bidding of a patron who pays for their services. If there is an organization behind it all, no one knows who they are.
Patron? What sort of patron?
Nobles mostly. In Orlais, there is much rivalry amongst the highborn. They fight over land, influence, and the favor of the Empress. But they cannot do this openly because it is impolite, and in public, they wear smiling faces and pretend to be civil. In secret, they plot and scheme to destroy each other. It is a game completely meaningless to anyone but its players.
You were Bard, weren't you?
I have revealed too much, it seems, but it doesn't matter what I used to be. It is the past.
So that's where you learned to fight like that.
My skills served me well, but the day finally came when I decided to just put them aside. I found myself in Ferelden and sheltered from bad weather in the Chantry, and when the storm passed, I just did not want to leave. I like to say the Maker brought me here.
Okay, teach me this.
Yes? Something you need?
Can you teach me how to be a bard?
That's an idea. I've watched you, and I do think you'd find some of my skills quite easy to pick up. Let's just go over there, away from the others, for safety, yes? I expect there shall be daggers flying about willy-nilly for a time.
Lovely. Where's my trophy? Where's
Yes?
my trophy?
Something you need? Yes?
Oh,
What's
I
on
actually
your
have to
mind?
learn it, I think. Okay. I actually have to learn it, I think, to get a trophy. Okay, let's chat to Alistair quickly.
What do you need? Ask away.
So you said that Earl Aemon raised you?
Did I say that? I meant that dogs raised me. Giant slobbering dogs from the Anderfells. A whole pack of them, in fact.
Really? That must have been tough for them.
Well, they were flying dogs, you see. Surprisingly strict parents, too. And devout Andrastians to boot.
And this dog sold you to the Chantry, I take it.
Oh, there you go, listening to me again. You'd think you'd have gotten past that already. I ended up in the Chantry, sure, but I didn't start there. Let's see, how do I explain this? I'm a bastard. And before you make any smart comments, I mean the fatherless kind. My mother was a serving girl in Redcliffe Castle who died when I was very young. Arleman wasn't my father, but he took me in anyhow and put a roof over my head. He was good to me, and he didn't have to be. I respect the man, and I don't blame him anymore for sending me off to the Chantry once I was old enough.
Who wasn't your father? So you know who is?
I know who I was told was my father. He died even before my mother did, anyhow. It isn't important. Arleman eventually married a young woman from Orlais, which caused all sorts of problems between him and the king because it was so soon after the war. But he loved her. Anyhow, the new Arlessa resented the rumors which pegged me as his bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care, but she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10. Just as well. The Arlessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised me.
What an awful thing to do to a child.
Maybe. She felt threatened by my presence, I can see that now. I can't say I blame her. She wondered if the rumors were true herself, I bet. I remember I had an amulet with Andraste's holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's. I was so furious at being sent away, I tore it off and threw it at the wall and it shattered. Stupid, stupid thing to do. The Jarl came by the monastery a few times to see how I was, but I was stubborn. I hated it there, and blamed him for everything. And eventually, he just stopped coming.
Anything the Jarl will help us?
I think so, yes. This news we've heard about him being sick disturbs me, though. I wonder if we won't discover that Loghain has come to the same conclusion as we have. Anyway, that's really all there is to the story.
I think this episode is getting very, very long. Let me check. Let me just quickly check. Okay, it's 36 minutes, so it's not that bad. Okay, let's quickly give the gifts to Alistar. So, I think this one was for him, yeah? Small statue. Yeah.
I could get used to this, you know.
And gold rope necklace. No, that's for Morrigan. Okay, so only this one was for him. Okay, no worries. But 10 approval, that's good. That's definitely good.
What do you need? Ask away.
Why have you remained a Templar if you hate the Chantry?
Have you seen the uniform? It's not only stylish, but well made. I'm a sucker for good tailoring.
I thought Templars were heavy plate mostly.
That's just in public. In private, we have these yellow and purple tunics, right? Much more comfortable, and you don't break the beds when you jump on them during a pillow fight.
You had a lot of those pillows fights, I take.
On confession day, we could go all night. Being a Templar isn't all about chasing men in skirts and hiding behind priests, you know. You don't really want to know about my being a Templar, do you? It's really quite boring.
I do really want to know, yes.
Poke, poke, poke. Tell me everything about your life, Alistair. All right, if you insist. It's not like we have anything better to do, right? The truth of the matter is that I did hate going to the monastery. The initiates from poor families thought I put on airs, while the noble ones called me a bastard and ignored me. I felt like Al Uman had cast me off, unwanted, and I was determined to be bitter. But I took some solace in the training itself, I guess. I was actually quite good at it. The education, mostly.
Sorry. What did you enjoy about training?
You need to have a disciplined mind in order to use the abilities we have. It was difficult, but rewarding. I never really felt at home anywhere, though, until I joined the Grey Wardens. And Duncan felt my Templar abilities might be useful for when we encountered Darkspawn magic, so I kept it up. What about you? Do you have anywhere you consider home?
I guess my home is with Grey Wardens now, with you.
It is. I didn't know you felt that way. We won't always be traveling like this, you know. Once the war is over, once the Blight is... well, a time will come when we'll have to think about having a real home again. Though that seems like a far ways off. And I suppose the Grey Wardens are gone for good, either way.
That's assuming we even survive.
You're right. Best to concentrate on what we have to do right now.
Okay. Got point of approval. I'm just gonna go and buy this book and finish.
Ah, it's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodon Fenton
Finish
at
this
your
episode.
service once again. I saw your camp and thought to myself, what safer place to rest for the evening than in the camp of a Grey Warden? I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good?
Definitely.
Yes?
What are you selling exactly?
Anything, everything, but all of the finest quality. No cheap trinkets here. And my boy Sandal happens to be a bit of a hand with enchantments. Oh, yes. Sadly, it also makes us a target for bandits and the like. If there were spare hands to hire as guards, I would have done so long ago.
You're free to stay, just mind yourselves.
Wonderful. Thank the kind lady, won't you, boy?
Thank you, kind lady.
We won't be a bother to you and your companions, I assure you. If you should need enchantments, simply talk to my boy. Otherwise, come speak with me.
Okay.
Are you sure I can't interest you in this hat? A pair of earrings, perhaps? A cheese knife?
Oh, first rate option. So, what's the story exactly?
I suppose since you told me about you being a Grey Warden, it's only fitting for me to be as open. I'm originally from Orzammar, just as you are, I suspect. You don't have the look of a surface dwarf about you. I was a merchant there, too. Merchant caste. These things are in the blood, you know. You can't just leave them behind. I ran a fairly successful business. Rare artifacts, you know. Old things, grand things. The nobles loved them. Reminded them of the lost glory days, I suppose.
Why did you leave?
One day, a noble woman came to my stall. She looked around for a bit and then started shrieking in dismay. Apparently, she believed that a pair of braces I had for sale once belonged to her brother. He'd been lost in a cave-in, you see, while on an expedition to clear out the Darkspawn from one of the tunnels running close to the city. They were made specially for him. They're unique, she shrieked. He stole them from my poor brother's corpse. She had me arrested on the spot, of course. Nobles, they're touchy like that.
And did you steal them?
Well, I didn't steal them. You see, I'd been paying these castless thugs to venture out into the deep roads for me. The lost tides. They're full of things that people left behind. Sometimes you can find a treasure. Something worth a little gold.
I see.
The noblewoman, she wasn't too happy with the theft of her brother's braces. I don't know what they planned for me, and I didn't want to find out. Bribed the guard that was watching me and took off for the surface first opportunity I got. Never looked back.
And now here you are.
Yes, here I am. Now, is there anything the boy or I can get you?
Let me see your wares.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
I really hope nothing will crash. It's really long episode. Okay, what was here? Oof, 131 gold, Jesus. Okay, maybe we'll have a look at that later on, but what we really need is here, I think. Wow, gifts for free. I love that. Okay, but first, Jesus, so many gifts. What's going on? Backpack is awesome. Manuals. Where is runes? Okay. Where is it? here? Yeah, okay. That's the one I need to buy 22 gold. How is that possible? Come on. How am I supposed to buy that? I don't think it was that expensive. Did it get expensive with one of the patches or something? I definitely don't think it was that expensive. Mm-hmm. 22 gold, it's not possible. Alright guys, I'm gonna sort out the equipment, like I'm gonna check all the party equipment, like just off recording, sort it out, and I'll see if I can get 22 gold to buy this, but 22 gold is ridiculous. I have 13. Alright guys, thank you for watching, and I see you in the next one.